Hello friends, welcome to the world of business studies. In the last 29 discussion, we have covered chapter number 1, that is nature and significance of management, chapter number 2, principles of management, chapter number 3, business environment, chapter number 4, planning, and chapter number 5, organizing of NCERT. Now, in this discussion, I'll be continuing with chapter number 6 of NCERT, that is staffing, in which we have covered topics like staffing, importance of staffing, human resource management meaning, evolution of human resource management, staffing process, recruitment, sources of recruitment, internal sources, external sources, selection, selection process, importance test used for the selection of employee, and training and development, in which I'll be explaining you what is the importance of training and development today, and will also be covering the topic like training, development and education and methods of training. Now moving to the first one, that is importance of training and development. There are basically two importance will be there for it. First one, it will be for the organization, another will be for the employees. Once we provide training, it is also beneficial for the organization, and on the other hand, it is also beneficial for the employees. Now first, I'll be explaining you what are the benefits that an organization face while giving training to their employees. Most economical and the best use of material and equipment. Each employee working at any level makes use of machine and material. For instance, at lower level machine and materials are used, at middle and higher level computer type machines and writing materials are used. Trained employees use this machine and material properly and minimize wastage. Next point, improvement in quality and quantity of output. Training makes it possible to improve the quality and quantity of output. Consequently, cost of production per unit falls. It is important to note here that the output does not mean good manufactured by the machine alone, but it refers to all the jobs performed at all the managerial levels. It is therefore evident that training improves knowledge and skill of all levels of employees, and their performance turns excellent. The third importance for the organization is that less requirement of supervision. Training or the trained employees are skilled in their jobs, so their work does not require much supervision. They can utilize the time thus saved in some other creative work. Now, on the other hand, as I told you, it also benefits to the employees. What are the benefits that an employee gets while they have been trained by the organization? The first one is that increase in capacity and efficiency. Through training, one learns the art of doing a special job methodologically. It increases the skill and efficiency of the employee. Second, increases their market value. Trained employees have a better market value. Increased market value means that the other organizations are always willing to employ trained personnel at higher remuneration. Consequently, if any employee is feeling uneasy in the organization because of low remuneration, he can very easily join another organization at higher remuneration. Now the next, fewer accidents. Reduction of accident is not only beneficial to the organization, also provides the life of the worker. By learning the art of operating the machine, the rate of accidents can be minimized. This art can be learned by training alone. These were the all benefits about training and development to the organization as well as for the employee. Now moving to the next slide, that is training, development and education. What are the benefits? What is the definition? What is the difference between training, development and education? Now, what is training? Training constitutes of a basic concept in human resource development. It is concerned with developing a particular skill to desired standard by instructions and practices. Training is a highly useful tool that can bring an employee into a position where they can do their job correctly, effectively, and consequently. Training is the art of increasing the knowledge and skill of employee for doing a particular job. Training as an organized procedure by which people learn knowledge or skills for a definite purpose. Training refers to the teaching and learning activities carried for the primary purpose of helping the members of an organization acquire and apply the knowledge, skill, abilities, and attitudes needed by a particular job and organization. Training consists of following characteristics like development, skill, coaching, training, knowledge, teaching, learn, and workshops. Through this various method, training can be done. Now, moving to the next point, that is development. What is development? A formal definition of development is that it is an attempt to improve current or future employee performance by increasing an employee's ability to perform through learning, usually by changing the employee's attitude or increasing his or her skills and knowledge. Now the next point, that is education. The theoretical learning is the classroom or instruction is education, or any institution that is called education. Education is a type of or form of learning, and it is based on theoretical orientation. It has a wider perspective and it is involved in classroom learning. Education is for the comparatively long term and it prepares for the future job. The basic objective of learning is that to develop a sense of reasoning and judgment, and it teaches the general concepts. Now these were the all points we need to discuss in training, development and education. Now moving to the next slide, that is methods of training. Basically there are two methods of training, that is on the job training and off the job training. Now as the word says, you can easily understand that on the job training is the training which you get from by doing the job, while performing your job, whereas off the job training means here the training is given and at this point of time you are not performing any job or you are not reporting to any of the managers. Now I'll be explaining you both this term in detail. Now what is on the job training method? On the job training is a learning while working. Employees are trained while performing their jobs. Special arrangements for training programs are not made. Superiors train their subordinates, however, this slows the speed of work. Employees may also damage the equipment or disrupt the normal work activities. These methods are suitable where work is not complex and large number of workers is not too large. Now the next point, that is off the job training. In this method, training is given to workers outside the workplace. Emphasis is more on learning than doing. Employees do not learn while working on the job, but they learn in conditions which are more or less similar to actual workplace. Training is provided by the experts who are arranged for the special training programs at a place other than the workplace. Employees do not disturb the work schedule during the training period. They concentrate on training and pick the job skills faster, which they actually perform their jobs. However, this method is costly as expert programs and situations have to be arranged. This method is therefore suitable when job requirements are complex and large number of employees are to be trained in large. These were the all things we need to discuss in this discussion. In the next lecture, we'll be covering few topics like on-the-job methods. There are various on-the-job methods like apprentice programs, coaching, internship training, job rotations. And in coaching, there are various other methods, various other characteristics involved, that is training, mentors, skill, goal, development, and all that. And we'll also cover the next topic, that is off-the-job training method. There are basically 6 off-the-job training methods. These are classroom lecture conferences, films, case studies, computer modeling, vestibule training, and program instructions. We'll be covering these topics in the next lecture. Let us know your doubt or any specific query below in the comment section. Subscribe us and ring the bell button so that you won't miss any important update. Till then, enjoy studying business studies.